In this video, we're going to show you how to have a pre-qualifying conversation with a potential buyer, somebody who said they're thinking about buying a home. Your goal is to find out how motivated they are, if they're an A, B, or a C buyer, and if you should be setting a buyer consultation with them right away, or maybe nurturing them for a little bit before you do that. Now, keep in mind, you might see me look down or take some notes, and that's perfectly okay for you to do when you're on the phone or talking to your buyer, because it shows that you're paying attention to what they're saying so that you can reference it to help them. Okay, let's get started.
Hi, Jody. I'm so glad you called. I'm actually thinking about finally buying a house. I'm tired of renting.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic, Emily. I'm so excited for you. What's making you decide to want to buy a house now?
Well, my rent keeps going up, which isn't fun. And also I've had to move 2 times in the last 2 years, and I'm a little tired of that.
Wow, yeah, moving's a lot of work. I can definitely appreciate that. So you're ready to pull the trigger, huh?
Yes, let's get it done.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to help you with that. First, let me ask you, have you looked at houses with anybody else at all?
No, I like Zillow, but I haven't actually been to a house.
Okay, awesome. So it's funny that you mentioned Zillow. Let me just give you a little word of caution there before we move forward. And then I have a few questions for you, if that's okay. So with Zillow, you have to keep in mind that the only thing that's typically accurate there is when a home goes on the market, like the day it goes on the market, and if they list an open house. Oftentimes, if you're using Zillow to do a search, you're going to see properties that you may be interested in, but when I actually go to look them up, they're not available anymore. So I'm going to give you access to my app and our tools to make sure that what you're looking at are things that are actually okay for you to like. Does that sound good?
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
Awesome. So Emily, is there anybody else that's buying the home with you?
Nope, it is just me, myself, and I.
Okay, fantastic. And so you mentioned earlier you're just getting started. So um you're currently renting, right? Are you on a month to month or do you have a lease?
It's month to month. Another reason why I'm ready to buy.
Okay, good. So we don't have to worry about time's sake. So will you be paying cash or needing to get a mortgage for the home?
I will be getting a mortgage.
Okay. And have you spoke to a lender yet by chance?
I have not.
Okay, well, that's no problem. If you don't have somebody in mind, we have some amazing lenders that we work with right in our very own market center that are will really help you in this process. So what I'd like to do with your permission when we're done here is I will text you their information and I will text them your information as well as send an email to each of you to get you connected so you can start that process of pre-qualifying. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. So have you thought about what price you're comfortable with or monthly payment you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I don't know what it translates to, but I pay about $3,000 a month in for my rent, and I don't think I could afford any more than that for a mortgage payment.
Okay. Okay. So we'll definitely make sure that we keep you within your budget. And the lender is also going to be able to help you. So once you get pre-qualified, we'll know exactly what we can be looking at to keep you in that budget. Okay. So I do want to ask, I know you mentioned you're buying, you yourself and you are purchasing the home, but is there anyone else that you need to include in the decision of what home you buy?
I don't need to include her, but I know my mom would like to come along on the showings.
Okay, well, she is absolutely welcome to accompany you, and I look forward to meeting her. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, meaning one, yeah, you're not really in a huge hurry, but 10, if you find the home right now, you're ready to make an offer and get going. Where would you fall there?
Um, well, I know I need to get that pre-approval letter, but once I get that, I'm probably an 8 or a 9.
Okay, and what would it take to make you a 10?
Uh, I don't know. I'm not sure what would make me a 10. I guess maybe I'm just a little nervous right now about making this big step. And maybe once I feel a little less nervous, I'll be a 10.
Okay, and that's completely understandable. Is this the first home you've ever bought?
First one.
Awesome. It can be scary and it's also very exciting. And I am here to help you through that entire process. And I'm so happy that you brought this up with me that I can help you with that. So my goal is to make this process as easy as possible for you. We're going to negotiate the best price with the shortest amount of time and the least amount of hassle. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds like a dream scenario. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, here's what we need to do next. We need to get you in touch with the lender. So I'll send you that information as soon as we're done here. And then have you get connected with him immediately because that will help when we have our buyer consultation. Because at that time, we're going to go over all of the details that you need to know about the home buying process, what our current market is like, and how we can work together to best make that happen for you. So I do have some time available tomorrow at 4 or Friday at 5. Which one of those times works best for you?
I think Friday 5. Tomorrow I already busy.
Okay, great. And that gives us plenty of time to get you connected with the lender and for him to get you pre-qualified, even pre-approved. So the difference between that, just so you know, is pre-qualified means as long as all the information you give him is correct, he can pre-approve you. However, the pre-approval process means you've given him the information and the documentation to verify it. And that's the best scenario, right? Because if we have that pre-approval letter and we find just the right house, then we can write an offer right away without having to wait. So, a couple things to be prepared. Make sure that you have your last 2 months bank statements. Make sure that you have your last 2 years W-2s and your last month of pay stubs. Because if you can provide those to him as soon as possible, he'll be able to do the full pre-approval for you before we meet. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you, Emily, Friday at 5 o'clock and go over the rest of the details and find you just the right house.
It's very exciting. I can't wait.
Yay! I'll see you soon.